Welcome to Page to Stage, a Tale Teller Club series where we trace the journey of literature as it leaps from the quiet intimacy of the page to the spectacle of performance. Some stories were written to be read in solitude. Others begged to be embodied by actors, spoken aloud or painted in light and shadow on the screen. Each week we'll uncover how great works of fiction are transformed, sometimes so utterly when they move from ink to incarnation. The Brontes give you Gothic mood, romance and social critique, all perfect for this introduction essay. Bronte's Jane Eyre. There is a curious alchemy that occurs when words leap from the page to the stage or screen. Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre, first published in 1847, remains one of the most adapted novels in English literature, precisely because it straddles two worlds, intimate interiority and sweeping Gothic spectacle. On the page, Jane Eyre is a confessional. The voice is direct, often startlingly so. Jane addresses the reader as you, a literary device that creates intimacy and compels us into complicity. This works beautifully in print, but presents a challenge for directors: how to dramatise a story that unfolds largely within the private chambers of thought. On stage and screen, the solution has often been to externalise Jane's inner life. Lighting, music, even weather are made to stand in for her emotions. Consider the firelight flickering against the red draperies of Thornfield Hall, or the sudden storm that tears through the night when Jane's heart is in turmoil. What Bronte wrote as psychological landscapes have been translated into literal ones. Yet the danger in adaptation is simplification. Bronte's Jane is not simply a romantic heroine, but a woman who insists on her own moral compass and independence. Too many producers reduce her to a pale governess yearning for Rochester, neglecting the radicalism that made Victorian readers gasp. A good adaptation must balance the Gothic romance with the proto-feminist fire. One of the most successful strategies has been to keep Bronte's language intact. Stage versions that allow Jane to narrate sections of the story, stepping aside to speak directly to the audience, restore the confessional tone. It reminds us that this is Jane's tale, her voice, her insistence on being seen. The persistence of Jane Eyre across media testifies to its dual appeal. It is both a ghost story and a manifesto, both love affair and revolution. Every time it is reimagined on stage or screen, we are asked anew, is this a Gothic romance or a feminist declaration? Bronte's genius is that it is both. And so the journey from page to stage is not a betrayal, but a continuation. Each new adaptation carries Jane from her attic room into her own moment, asking us to consider how much has changed and how much remains the same. You have been listening to Page to Stage from the Tale Teller Club. If you enjoyed this journey from text to performance, subscribe for more oral essays, stories and reflections where literature and film collide. Until next time, dear listeners, may your reading be dramatic and your drama be unforgettable.